I'm taking off these nails today. I've had these on for probably 5 weeks. Yeah, right around 5 weeks. And it's time. They gotta go. These are all my goodies. I originally bought this and have a bunch of stuff in here, and then as I started doing this and ordering more things, I got this. I actually thought this was gonna be way bigger. So I ordered this to replace this, and then they're like pretty much the same size, and now they both hold different things. This is also a friendly reminder that I am not a licensed nail tech. I'm not a nail tech at all. I'm just someone who enjoys doing their nails at home. I've loved learning. I learn something new every time I do them. I like the way that I do them. This has become a really fun hobby, and there's no need to yuck somebody else's yum. Okay, let's get into it. I was excited for this nail day for 2 reasons. One, I got a new drill. I just started doing my own nails about 10 months ago, and I just got a normal run-of-the-mill drill on Amazon that had some good reviews from people who were also beginners, and she lasted me until now. And then this last set that I did, she was no more, and it was her time to be laid to rest. So I got this new drill that actually is cordless, which was fabulous. I loved not having to be plugged in to be able to drill my nails. So that was the one thing I was excited for. The other thing I was excited for is just to get this set off. I almost am exclusively a Gel X girly, but this past time I put a layer of builder gel on top because TikTok convinced me to, and I think I still need to learn how to do builder gel, but I just hated the way it made my nails feel, so I didn't love having this set on, even though it did last me a good amount of time. Anyways, here is how I have been getting my sets off. So for starters, I try to drill off as much as I can. That means all the color, I make sure all color is off, and then I try to debulk as much as possible. Like I mentioned, there was builder gel on top of these Gel X extensions, so it was pretty bulky. But I try to debulk as much as I can, and then I bought that hand soak tub thing just from Amazon, and I like it a lot personally, better than foils, because I don't have to deal with little strips of foil and having to take them off and put them back on if I don't get all the gel off and whatever. So the bottom half of that hand tub is hot water, and then on top is acetone. I always start prep with cuticle work. I have noticed that doing cuticle work well and like really being intentional about it and being really detailed is what makes my nails stay the longest. So after shaping my nails to what I like to keep my natural nails really, really short, which is funny because I love having these Gel X extensions. But I think we can all agree that having really nice cuticles just makes nails look so much better. If you are just starting out doing your own nails, you don't even have to like get into all the Gel X extensions or anything like that. You just want to start doing your nails at home. The Sally Hansen cuticle remover is something I would recommend to everyone. It is a holy grail product. When I run out, I will be buying another bottle. And just a note, I bought that bottle when I started doing my own nails back in October, November of last year, and you can see I still have like over half the bottle left. She is fabulous. So once I degunk my nails with that Sally Hansen cuticle remover, I will switch out my sanding bit for a cuticle bit. This is something that is safe on your skin. It doesn't hurt or anything like that. And I just go to town. I try my best to get all the dead skin and any hangnails, like things like that. I try my best to get that with my drill. If I can't, I do have cuticle nippers, but I feel like sometimes I am more likely to kind of nick myself and make myself have little cuts and bleed if I use my nippers too much. So I try my best to do everything with my drill because it seems safer, and honestly, I think with my drill, it just lasts a little bit longer. I think it just makes my cuticles look better. And prep is the hardest part. Not just the hardest part, it's the longest part, honestly, and it's worth it. I would say my nails can take me anywhere from 3 to honestly maybe 5 hours sometimes. It is split up. I try to do it over 2 days, or maybe like some of it in the morning and some of it like after dinner. But it does take me a long time because I am doing it myself. And if you think about being at the nail salon, you have somebody doing one of your hands while your other hand is either like soaking or anything like that. So prep can take me a really long time, but it's so important. But now when I put on Gel X extensions, I just got like that gooseneck kind of lamp that was clamped onto my table. And I did have a different one before that just sat on the table, like it was kind of like a tabletop quick cure lamp. And that one kind of got difficult to get my nail on or get the gel extension on and then hold it under that. So I got a new gooseneck lamp and I love it. I did just get that set of gel extensions. I ran out of my other one, so this is a new brand to me, but I like them so far. I used them for the first time on my last set, so this is the first time or the second time I'm using them. They come pre-etched. My other set was not, so I would have to take my drill and kind of rough them up on the inside. So I kind of like that they're pre-etched. It's saved a little bit of time in the many hours that it takes me to do my nails. So I'm still trying to figure out which ones fit my nail best. So I picked out all 10 that I needed, and then I go in with a dehydrator. A lot of people also go in with alcohol. I'm pretty sure a dehydrator is just fancy alcohol, but you know, Amazon got to me. So I do use 2 coats of dehydrator on my nails, and then I use that Young Nails primer. It's kind of like a protein bond, I think. And so I do a layer of that, and it has helped protect the strength and the health of my nails since I do my own nails. Now, something I have been doing probably since just the spring, so just in the last couple months, is applying a thin layer of nail glue to my nails first and then curing it for about 60 seconds. And then I will go in with the glue on the inside of my tips. I do a thin layer there, and then I do a really big glob before putting them on my nails. Apply them at an angle, about a 45-degree angle, starting at the base, and then when it rises all the way up, then I do a flash cure, which is about 15-20 seconds or so. And then after I have all my tips on, I do a full cure of about 90 seconds because flash cure is not enough. We want to make sure we're avoiding any allergies or infection or anything like that. So we want to make sure that we always fully cure our nails. And I really feel like adding that step of glue on my natural nail before applying has been a game changer. My nails really do last 4 or 5 weeks, or just until I decide I want to change them. After I get all my nails done, I cut and shape them. I am like an rounded almond girly. That is just the shape that I like. So I try to do that. And then the last step right before I paint is I try to sand near my cuticles to blend them into my nail a little bit more so the tip of the extension isn't super bulky or stick out. And then I take acetone and I swipe it all around the edges just to seal them on real nice and good. And that also does help with retention. So if that's a step you're skipping, maybe try that. And maybe you can get your nails to last just a little bit longer. So then it is time to paint. I rough up the surface and buff my nails to get them kind of grainy so we can get that paint to stick. These are the colors we're working with today. I just got these colors, that green and that pink. I was so excited because those greens were beautiful. So then I do use a base coat, just a Beetles base coat. Make sure you don't get any on your skin. So when I do the base coat, I put on all my nails and then I cure for 60 seconds. And then I was going in with my color. Every nail was pink except my middle finger. I did like a nude. Like I said, if you get it on your skin, have some acetone nearby, something like that, where you can wipe it off before you cure. There can always be an argument for quality of products, but I have also talked to so many people who have been doing their nails at home for years and say that while quality can be important, application is so much more. And so if we want to avoid infection and things like that, make sure you are getting things off of your skin before you are curing them. We just want to avoid that altogether. So it was time for painting and designs. One reason why I wanted to start doing my nails is because I love super complicated, fun, intricate designs. I'm not the best at them. I am still learning, but I kept feeling guilty going in and asking. I say my nail tech, but my nail tech was one of my really good friends, and I just felt so bad asking her to do these like crazy designs all the time. Plus, if I started doing them myself, I could change them as often as I wanted, and I didn't have to pay extra. So I almost all of the time I do my nails, I do a design. I very rarely have plain nails. But anyways, so my thumb was a little half and half of light pink and dark pink. And then every time I got a step done throughout like these designs, I did a quick cure under my big lamp of like 20 seconds. So that way, especially with these checkers, if I got one box of the checker done and I was like, oh, that looks really good, I wanted to cure it and make sure that when I worked on my second checker box, I wasn't going to mess up the first. And then I would do a full cure once I got the whole design down. So my thumb was half and half, and pointer finger had 3 checkers. My middle finger was like a French tip, but also half and half. So that cute dark pink and that really nice baby pink, half and half. Once again, once I got the dark pink done, I did a quick little cure, and then I did the light pink just to make sure I wasn't going to mess anything up. My ring finger was also checkers, but this time it was going to be like 9 or 12, I think. More checkers than my pointer finger. So the way that I do checkers is I draw 2 lines, and that is like where my middle column of checkers go, and I will draw those out, and then I will work on the outsides. I always do my middle column first just to make sure it's straight on my nail, and once I got those boxes the way I liked, once again, quick little cure, and then I worked on the sides. The trick here, I think, is to use the thinnest brush you have, so it doesn't look like those 2 center lines are so prominent, I guess. I just use this really thin brush so it doesn't look like I did those lines first, but I actually really like doing checkers. I do them kind of often. Somebody on my Instagram commented on that. She was like, "You're just the checker queen," and I didn't realize it. I guess I just pick designs that have checkers and I really like them. Also, once I had the designs done, I did do 2 coats of everything. So once I got it done and cured, every hand had 2 coats. So I did every design twice, basically. So I did checkers on my ring finger, and then my pinky finger was only like 2 boxes of checkers, or I guess 4 boxes. It was just like 4 big squares, once again, of dark pink and light pink. And this is the same pattern that I did on my right hand, except my right hand I used those really pretty greens from earlier in the video. This set was actually one of the easier sets that I've done because it's just lines and then you just color in the lines. So I really wasn't mad about it once I got to the actual painting because, like I said, prep, it takes the longest. And then I seal everything with a top coat. One thing about the top coat, and maybe this happens to other people, is I do my thumb separately and I cure it separately because sometimes I feel like if I do it with my other nails, since my thumb is like at an angle, the top coat like sinks to one side and then it looks like my paint is saggy. I don't know. I just always do my thumb separately, but everybody gets a top coat on both hands, and then I use this cuticle oil because we got to keep those nice and hydrated if we're going to keep these nails on as long as possible. And this was my finished set. Everyone telling me Cosmo and Wanda just ain't slick, but I was super proud of this set. I really loved these. I hope this was helpful. Thank you for watching. Smile you later.